Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your September general reading. We are going to jump right in. You know the drill. So for September, first set of cards we have are the Goose Girl, Cinderella, and Verde Prato. So with this energy, Scorpio, this tells me that you're hitting a little bump this month, and it really feels like a little bump. Okay, so I feel like you started a new beginning, or you started something, or you're in the midst of something great, and you're hitting a problem, but it's just a problem to fix, Um, it's just a bump. It really is. It's just a bump in the road. It's bringing up a wound or an issue that you need to get past. And once you get past this, it feels like you'll have the tools to deal with it next time it comes around, okay? It's not anything bad. It really is just a bump, okay? Um, because I feel like whatever you have gathered before this, whatever you have been working on, um, is still there. There's still attainment to what it is that you're trying to do. It has not changed. Okay. And then we have ancestors, emotional desert, which I've never seen before, and Archangel Zachiel. Okay, let's see. Yeah, these are not old wounds, but it's just one little bump in the road, so you know how to move forward um, next time. I feel like whatever this is helps the issue. It like helps things grow. Um, some of you may be making changes to a system. That sounds weird, right? But like a structure or a rule. It's like you're making changes to that rule, whatever this is. Yeah, it's like you really don't even have to do anything. It's like you just have to get through the emotional parts because I feel like it has some emotional impact to you. But if you do what's right, if you continue on your path, everything will just work out on its own. Even though you feel like you're lonely or you're doing it on your own or no one is like seeing your side maybe, um, you're fine. You're fine. Uh, yeah, it just works out. It just works out. And you continue on your journey. It really feels like a bump in the road. So let's see what we got. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Fool. I love it. The Hangman, Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. New energy coming in with the Fool and the Empress. I feel like you're growing something, Scorpio. Something is happening for you. You're nurturing yourself. You're doing the right thing. It feels like that to me. You're on the right path. Um, it's just like take a risk to continue on that path. It's like you're going to have to make another leap of faith, but it's okay. Or take another leap of faith, I should say. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups and the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful energy. Honestly, it's letting you know that everything's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Sun shining. Sun shining. Things are being revealed. But it's like something is being revealed so you can be happy. So things can get along. So things can move forward. So there can be community. So other people can be on board. That's what I see. I see friends and family being on board with something you're doing, or maybe coworkers, or if you're on a business venture, other people getting involved in investing in you. Um, this is like if you have a company, people seeing you. It's like people are seeing you for who you are, like the good parts of you. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So major arcana, of course, we have the sun here, the empress, and the fool. Oh, the hangman. I forgot that was there. So the hangman, different perspective, a change in perspective. So being still. Um, honestly, it feels like you want to react to something, but you shouldn't react. It's like you need to keep doing what it is you're doing. But we're gonna jump right into this, okay? So let's get into this past energy a little bit. You've definitely healed some. It feels like you were thinking about something for a long time and you finally ended it. There are still moments though, because you're still healing or you're still like, maybe things can go bad, maybe this. But it's a minuscule, small, because you know what it is that you want, especially with the Empress. You're growing, you're being more receptive, you're being more emotionally open. You're not being so closed off. You are just being receptive and in the flow of things, because that's the best way to do. I feel like there is still a little pushback in your environment. It doesn't feel like a person as much as it feels like the situation. It may be a person for a few of you, but it feels more like the environment. Like there's a pushback, like some sort of stubbornness to the system. It feels like the system. So for those of you, it feels like you're making a change, like a big change in a rule, in a way of doing things. And it's hard for other people to move when you see it's like, I'm worthy of this, like this should be mine. Um, Trying to almost convince others that you are worthy of something. But instead of doing that, you're just pushing through with what it is that you want to do. I don't feel like it's stopping you. I do feel like there are worries because you have to keep pushing. So you're like, oh, I would love to get to the end of this. I would love to be free of this. So I do feel like sometimes you do have to pick yourself up. But you're not stopping. I feel like you, Scorpio, you're cultivating something, not only within yourself, but within this situation. Something's growing here, and it's worth your time, it's worth your effort, it's worth your emotional push and direction. So it feels like something that is very important to you. I see you in September thinking about yourself, your finances, your future. You're doing really good right now. It's not like there's an issue. I just feel like you want a better tomorrow, you know? So I do see you thinking about that, or that coming through your mind. I see really good emotional relationships around you. Feeling very fulfilled in your life and your finances. Like you feel steady, emotionally happy, and wanting to take a risk on something. Yeah, wanting to take a risk on something more emotionally, like taking something to a next step or a next level. But emotionally, you feel fulfilled. So I'm not sure what that is. I feel like it's more career, especially with the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles here. You only have one more step, which is the Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you who are in a relationship, maybe you're thinking about getting married, or starting a new business, or it's like you want to take one more step and you feel like it'll make your life more stable, like you're thinking of your future. That's what I see, because everything feels good right now. It's like a sense of bliss. Okay, moving forward, I feel like you're not acting. You're not taking a move on that, though. I feel like you got to think about it. You got to figure things out first. I feel like you don't want to be foolish. Even though you see like this open opportunity for a new beginning, I feel like you're enjoying the good energy right now, or how things are seeming to be in a good flow. But I do see you working on something or moving something forward. Some of you are getting an offer on a relationship, like a real one. Some of you are getting a job offer, and it's from someone that you really care about. Someone that once was defensive at one time, or once was really hard to understand or get to, is offering you something real. But for some reason, you're worried about um this is interesting. It's like worried about uh coming out of your individuality, or being able to open your life up or your career up to someone else. The setup, the permanence is kind of scary of whatever this is. It's the fear of change when you get this offer. It's like you're happy that someone has opened up to you. You're happy that an opportunity has opened up for you and you feel like you can take on the world. It's something that you've been working on, and you get it and you're like, maybe I should wait. It feels to me like it's sparking up emotional wounds about trust, or if things are going to go bad, or abandonment issues. Like, what if I open up to this person or this situation and it leaves me in the cold? Something of that nature. We're going to clarify more, though. But it looks like everything's going well. The situation or the person is influential to you. Everybody is getting along. This is good energy. I also feel like no need to hide as well. I don't know why that's coming up. The Magician, the Death, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. In the past, you were really adamant about making things move. You were like, I need to create a better life for myself. I need to revive my energy, my life, my job, my love life. Like, I need to do this. I feel like you weren't worried anymore. Your focus was on healing. Your focus was on pushing forward for what it is that you had to do. And that's where your focus was. Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like if you were dealing with a person, somebody knew the truth of how they felt. It's like nobody wanted to lie. They didn't want to lie anymore to themselves, because they see that you are trying to heal. You're trying to work on something. You're trying to open up. You're trying to be a better person to them, or to love, or you're trying to make your dreams come true, and you're being recognized for that. So it almost feels like an apology, but it's more like let's move forward and not make any plans. Okay. um that's what it feels like. It feels like there's a little bit of woundedness here, but because of your openness, you let somebody else heal under your openness, or your ability to be open. I just dropped all these cards. I just heard make my own luck. Okay. So, Devil, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying to make your own luck. In the past, you're like, I'm not sure what the future brings. I'm not really worried about it now, but I will invest towards what I feel like is worth my time. Even though I don't know what's going to happen, even though, this may cause an issue, I'm still going to work towards it. That's what it looks like, you know. Even though it may not work out, I'm still gonna work towards it because I feel like it's worth my time. It has some value. So it's like you've been spending time trying to heal the issues, do the small work, you know. Um, do the grunt work of it, the little details, figuring things out, moving past little issues as they come. You know, that's a part of putting in that hard work. Yeah, I feel like the more that you start to express yourself, the more that you start to think. It's pretty much because things are moving pretty fast. I want to say, Scorpio, pretty fast and pretty good. And that's a little bit scary because I don't know why, because, but it's a little bit scary to you because of that, right? There's also the fact that someone's in the process of gaining a new perspective. So you're in the process of gaining a new perspective, which means that you're not quite all the way there, but your mindset has changed. The way you think of things has changed. The way you communicate has changed. So it's good, but it's still a process, you know, and sometimes you can fall back a little bit. Someone doesn't want to let you go. You're all they think about, okay? Um They think about you. They think about what's going on. They think about what they have. They're very happy with you. And they just want to move forward with you through the good and the bad. Whatever this relationship is, somebody really feels that way. They're very happy with the way things are turning out with you. Um, Relationships. Okay, that makes sense. Thinking about relationships. And are you completely confident with just diving into this 100%? It feels like things are moving really fast, and you're wondering, is it foolish? Are you being foolish? Having these feelings, having this energy, you know, like, is there something you're missing? Um, you may feel like you want to pull back just for safety because things are just moving really fast. But I feel like you don't feel bad about it either, but you may need to spend some time to yourself to think for a moment. Like you need to detach for a moment. Yeah, you need time to think. That's what it is. You need time to think because you don't want to mess up what it is that you built. Not at all. But at the same time, you do want to heal. You know, there's still some emotional things you have to get rid of, and you would rather detach a little bit to think than to mess up what you've already built. So you're making a smart decision in doing that. It's like you're listening to the cues, your inner cues about things. I feel like someone's going to take it personal that you're doing this. They feel like it's a bit of a resilience, or that something's the matter. Like things are going the wrong way. Should they be doing something differently? They may become a little bit mean, um, or feel like they need to retaliate almost. Yeah, it's feeling out of control, not knowing what's going on. Just fear. That's what it is. It's like they offered you something and then they feel like they thought that there was something there that you don't think is there, but that's not the point. It's like you just need time to think, Scorpio. Yeah, I don't feel like you want to. You're not separating from your dream or relationship, whatever this is. You're not separating from it. You're just trying to create more balance. That's what's happening here, you know? There's a lot of love, there's a lot of emotion, and I feel like you're trying to shift through it. Um, that's what it feels like. It's like you're trying to shift through it, and you need to reconnect to do that. I also see that you're being more realistic. You know, like you can have a great relationship or this idea, this dreamy idea for a new product or a new business, but it has to connect with the world. So you're trying to figure out almost to yourself how everything is going to come together instead of just going off of pure emotion. You're trying to be smart about things. And that's why I said that you're trying to get everyone on board. You're trying to make this like a happy situation. You're almost like tying up loose ends, Scorpio, okay? Because this is something that's influential to you. And I don't feel like you're going to let it go by any means. You just want everything to flow and everything's going so fast. You're happy with the situation that you got to see how it's going to fit together. That's what it feels like to me. Okay. So let's get some advice going. And then we'll pull a journaling card. Okay. Yes, music. You're listening to your intuition pretty much. I feel like you're listening to the flow of how things are going, and it feels good. Everything feels in harmony. Everything feels right, and you're going off of that energy and off of that flow. Okay. And what do? You're trying to balance things. And that's exactly what your advice is, you know? It's like you feel what you feel. It feels in tune with you. It's good. You don't doubt it. It's what you want to do. You want to take the risk. No big deal, right? But you got to figure out how it's going to fit, how it's going to work in the real world, you know, how you can cultivate it, how you can make it last. That's what I see. You're just working through the minor details, okay? All right. Things are not what they seem. You are only trapped by your illusion. What freedom do you seek? Yeah. This is, I'm going to be honest, Scorpio. I feel like you can see through the muck, and that's the thing. But you also know that the muck is real. Like the other little things, the little small details, they're real. And you know that they can cause problems in the future. And you just want to have a plan set in place where it doesn't destroy something that feels beautiful or feels right for you. Okay. So again, it is what freedom do you seek? Okay. So this is focusing on what it is that you're trying to create. It basically gets you focused on like what's important and what you're fighting for, what it is that you're trying to achieve and that type of thing. Beautiful. I love this for you. Your readings have been phenomenal lately. Okay. So Scorpio, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.